Hi, Dr. DeVoe here. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about two key chiropractic terms. Number one, subluxation. Number two, innate. Subluxation. Subluxation is a chiropractic term meaning altered function of a spinal vertebrae complex. What that means is it's not working correctly. So you could have spinal kinesiopathology, myopathology, neuropathophysiology, histopathology, or you're going to have pathophysiology. You're like, great doc, that sounds really good. Let me simplify it for you. Here it is, spinal kinesiopathology. What that means is the vertebrae aren't moving. All right, we're supposed to move, the vertebrae are supposed to move in all these planes, rotation, flexion, bending, depending on what they are. And that means that it's stuck or it's not moving to the degree that it's supposed to. So that's a reason for an adjustment. At the same time, these vertebrae have muscles attached to them. So these muscles may be spastic or rigid or inflamed because of an injury. That's going to decrease function on how that vertebrae moves. The nerve can be irritated because the joint isn't moving, or there's been inflammation and trauma to the nerve, or there's a disc bulge that's aggravating the nerve. That nerve wraps around to those muscles, which stabilize the joint and cause those muscles to lock up. So now the joint isn't moving because it's trying to protect it. But the less it moves, the more inflammation builds up. So when we adjust that subluxation, we reset all of those normal parameters. Now, as the spine ages, you can see it can go down a pathway of degeneration, which is what we call pathophysiology. And what that means is you're getting, the disc is decreasing in height, and you're getting some bone spurring. And over and through here, you can see that the nerve is actually shrank. There's not much size to it compared to the normal nerve. And you have a lot of altered function. Here's the amazing thing about chiropractic. I've had patients in with this spine and patients in with this spine, and they both were just as successful in increasing their performance, decreasing their pain, and returning their life to a vital area. So chiropractic subluxation means it's an altered functioning of the vertebrae throughout the spine. That could be cervical, thoracic, lumbar, could be your pelvis. Now, we also adjust extremities, the wrist, the shoulder, the elbow. Same thing happens there. The wrist has 8 little bones in it. It can lose its ability to move properly and glide. So when we adjust the wrist, we're just restoring that natural function. And we can work on the muscles, which decrease tension to a joint. So chiropractors work on subluxations, particularly in the spine, but we also adjust extremities. So when you get adjusted today, that adjustment is affecting a subluxation and a number of parameters, whether it's related to inflammation of the muscles, the spine, the discs, and by the way, it's related to all of them. You can't separate it out. So that is us about on subluxation. So when you hear the term, be proud of it. That's what chiropractors work on. That's what you're being worked on. And we will talk about innate on the next video.